Man, I never thought I would have to make a video like this. But yeah, I don't know. I made it sound like it's just completely bad thing, because it really isn't. But so recently I went to MomoCon, the convention here in Atlanta, and I went to the Toonami panel, which is primary. What the fuck am I trying to say? Primary focus was FoolyCooly FLCL, and it was a pretty fun panel. We got free stuff. We got to talk to them. We got to watch the first episode of the second season early, and all that. But when it came to the Q&A section, something really surprised me. A lot of people didn't know what the show was about. I thought, to me, it was pretty straightforward. Even for my friend, who is not the brightest individual. I'm joking, but even he knew what it was about. I mean, we're kind of old, so we saw it when it first came out in like what 2000. Then we saw the reruns after that a lot. But still, even then, kind of growing up, I kind of figured what it was about. And when I rewatched it like a year or two ago, I was like, yeah, it's the same thing as I remember. So it kind of baffled me that a lot of people didn't know what it was about. One dude even brought up the quotes from the show. Like, for example, he used like his favorite quote is "Never knows best," and that he always analyzed that in the show itself, and that him and his friends still can't find out what it's about, which is crazy to me because the show is pretty straightforward in what it's trying to tell you, and like it's not really that deep. And when he brought up that quote, what's his name? Clark and no Clark DeMarco. I can't remember his name. Duke Mantoga from Twitter. He was on the panel, and if you guys know him, he's really into like Adult Swim Toonami. He's like does a lot of their stuff. He was like, "Oh, that's just a nonsensical quote." So yeah, you're tripping. So I was like, yeah, a lot. I was like, he said what I was thinking too. He was like, "Fooly Cooly is full of nonsensical quotes," and so I was like, "But people are looking way too deep in something that's really isn't that deep." It's the reason the show is called Fooly Cooly, and he himself during the panel said that. So I would do a quick Wikipedia breakdown, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know what Fooly Cooly or FOCO Furry Curry already is. So I'm just gonna skip that and just go on into what it means. I'm not saying what I think it means is fact or is complete truth, but I mean, looking at it from what I can see, this is what I pretty sure it does mean. And I think I do consider myself a very analytical person since I am really into film and I plan on making film myself and I do whatever. But so yeah, just think about it. A girl comes into his life, does something odd to him, aka run over her with her Vespa, hits him on his head, and he erupts a horn on his head. He erects a horn where something comes out that you don't really know what to do with after said thing happens with you and said girl. She also performs CPR on him, quote unquote, that could also be seen as kissing to some people. So it's like, it's really not the horn. He erects a horn on his head. A horn. I'm going to say that again. He erects a horn in which stuff comes out. So, yeah, so in short, because I really don't want this video to be this long. I could stretch out to 10 minutes just breaking it down. Like I said, instead, I most likely would do a 6-part series on each episode. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just about boyhood, growing up, puberty, and like what it feels meeting a girl that you like for the first time, or a boy, whatever you're into. But yeah, yeah, it's just that's pretty much what it's about. It's just you meeting someone and like they change your life in a good way or a bad way, but you still like them for some odd reason, and they make you feel a certain way, and you don't understand why. There's some stuff I want to talk about with now it is neighbor, but like I said, I'm most likely if I do the 6-part series, I really want to talk about her and that. The same for all the other characters that appear inside this anime. So I might do a character breakdown video as well. And besides that, I might do a separate. That's probably just gonna be one video or part of a 6-part series. But yeah, like I said, in short, it's not that deep. It's just a short coming of age story. Doing Boyhood, this Japanese Boyhood, where a strange woman comes to his life and changes it for the better in or worse, depending on how you see it. But he learns a lot of life lessons in the way, learning how to take your like substance, learning how to take your shot, aka swing the bat.
Maybe when the chips are down, he's too scared to swing the bat himself. Depending on what he does, to all you folks out there, sayonara.
It's pushing him back.
He swung the bat.
Like you learn a lot of stuff. That's like the most memorable episode a lot of people know. So yeah, it's like coming to terms with yourself, your sexual identity, your sexuality, stuff like that. Like it's not that hard, and it was just weird seeing a lot of people say that. But yeah, it's just easy. It's just him growing up and learning. Like each episode is just him learning. Well, after episode one, because episode one is him meeting Haruka. But after that, it's like each episode is him learning something new about himself and about the world and how he can go forward with said things and how to be a better, not only a better person, a better boy, but when he gets older, also a better man, father, husband, whatever have you. So, yeah, this is Josh here, Tetsuo, whatever you want to call me, and shit, I'm out.
Taku, he really swung the bat.
By the time I realized it, it was over.
With a kiss, think of the future. Maybe kids don't need the masters. Just waiting for the little process. Oh yeah. With a kiss, think of the future. Maybe kids don't need the masters. Just waiting for the little process. Oh yeah.
Just hold still. Hey, I didn't know boys felt like this inside.
Don't touch me there from behind.
You
Easy.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and pop it.
If I rush, it won't pop. Go slow. What's that?
Your bat.
Impressive.
He's only a little kid.
Tracking altitude. Now entering final descent. Purge sequence initiate.